Moonlight dripping through the blinds. Your silhouette, it rewinds my mind. Every step closer feels like a crime. I'm caught up in your heat, like honey, slow and sweet. Pull me under, I can't compete. You're my midnight glow, my midnight glow, lighting up the dark like nobody knows. You're my midnight glow, you're my midnight glow, my midnight glow. Can't escape your fire, it's pulling me close. Oh, shadows dance across the wall. Your laugh echo, I lose it all. Your touch feels like a velvet cord. Every second stretches bending time. You're the melody I can't define. I'm drowning deep in every line. You're my midnight glow, my midnight glow, lighting up the dark like nobody knows. You're my midnight glow.
What's good, people?
You're my midnight glow. Can't escape your fires, pulling me close.
So really a simple thing, not much of going on, not an official show or anything like that, but someone is hacking the hell out of their car. Sorry, it has been snowing and such, so therefore a lot of people are doing whatever. We're not gonna get any notifications or anything coming in until way later, because I just kind of just went live, and that's just simply what it is. So what's up with a lot of you guys? I'm gonna make sure real quick that you guys can hear me. Hold up. All right, so far we're good on that. Like I said, I just did a snap live to just go over some things. This is before we go with the D.B.D, which will be happening later tonight. Unless some of you guys are already watching OG Do Dirty, then you know that basically there will be a live for that coming up later today. Hold on, let me make sure I eliminated a few things so that we have a decent stream until that comes up, because we've been having a lot of other weird issues. I'm gonna get rid of a couple of things. And I was thinking about something that happened along the way of a conversation that was happening between the email that took place and then something that took place in Discord when it came to it. Looks like YouTube's trying to tell me about my resolution. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's having a problem with keeping up with me because I have a higher resolution than what the actual frame is. So very interesting things happening. I know some of you who are in these spaces of people who like to. My girl's making a lot of noise. She's having a big hoopla with her mom. There's been a whole big thing, not a whole big thing, but I know there are some people that are looking for the, I don't even know how you call it, the NPC Streamer Award. Is that the most innocent way that I want to put it? Some people have been, I guess, doing little updates and how do I say, they've been voting or whatever. And this is something that came up, and I'm gonna pull up real quick so I can make sure that I see it properly. And I had a person that reached out to me, just one person, but I kind of feel like I want to bring it up in case anybody ever thought about anything. And this was the reason why you probably haven't heard me say anything until now, or even any regards as to what my thoughts or how I feel about the actual Stream Awards. I guess I'll go a little bit into it right now. So the first and foremost part is I want to just say shout out to Gabe. He's done something that he's been able to really propel himself, rocket himself, you could even say, in getting the notoriety as someone who's making an actual award. I think there are some people who have justly, unjustly tried to shit on. Yes, Gabe, you didn't know this, but there are people who actually tried to shit on your award thing. And the reason why I won't do that and I said this even during your awards when I received a nomination or was an award. No, I received a nomination and an award, but was the fact that you at least did what streamers should do. You did what any content creator should do. You put time, you put effort, you put a lot of thought process into it and making sure that it was going to be as serviceable, not just for the viewers, but also for the participants who will be receiving that notoriety within the panelverse. I don't know why I did air quotes. The panelverse space. No, I guess I should have put air quotes. And I don't know why anyone would downplay that, even though the reason that I received, at least from one person, and I just said, come on, man, you're doing too much, is like, oh, so what kind of reward would you be receiving then outside of the fact that he just said this? And I'm just like, well, for one, community members get to vote. Now, I think what their, not even think, this is what they did. Their whole purpose where they were like, oh, well, basically you don't receive an award. I'm like, it's fun. For one, it was his first time putting out something, so just calm the fuck down. That's the first thing. Dude, come on. But also, like, they want I think because this person who even mentioned this, they're not even a content creator, to be honest with you. So the idea that they're even looking for something that is monetary, but you're not even a content creator, so nothing would go to you anyway. You wouldn't even receive a nomination anyway. That's not to shit on you, not to say that you don't have an opinion that you should have. Absolutely, that's how people get nominated or voted on or whatever from the jump. So I don't have a problem with that. Oh, I didn't even know you was in here. Damn, damn. What's up, FPC? Yeah, I'm kind of go over something that came up in an email, and then I was also thinking about our conversation when you brought up to me, at least in the chat in the Discord, about a nomination. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, a lot of you guys do a lot of harping and bitching and moaning, and you really don't understand the amount of effort that any content creator really puts into the effort of not just for their own content, for their own stuff, but even if they want to big up or acknowledge other people. Why is it like, and I was having this conversation with somebody recently as well, last week, when I said, why is it, unless it's contentious, unless it has clout, you're not interested? So let's just say this, if I did a stream where all I wanted to do was big up other content creators in this space or otherwise, for their efforts, for the things that they brought forth to the community, for the amount of engagement, for the way how their stream runs, for the way how they have incorporated the things that, like, especially, like I said, the engagement part is really important. For the fact that they've been able to monetize traffic, not monetize dollars, but monetize traffic from one place, for the idea of being able to build rapport. These are not things that are important. And I think as people who are just simply spectators, what's good, baby girl? I see you in there. As people who are just spectators, a lot of people don't get this. It's easy for you to talk shit when you don't have to do nothing but keep your hands in your pants. Yeah, I said what I said. When all you do is keep your hands in your pants. You don't understand the level of work, commitment, and dedication it takes to try to put something that is beyond yourself, to try to actually do something beyond yourself. Some of y'all just have so many limited mindsets when it comes to this idea of being a person who's on YouTube, like whether it's a content creator or a streamer. You have a very, very limited view. But I would say this, just keep your mouth shut if you're not willing to even take the time to understand just how much effort it takes into it to do what we do. Listen, I said this to somebody, and I was even saying it in somebody else's chat when they were having a conversation before I popped up on panel. I'm like, you have no idea. Like, I used to be a person that went live 4 to 5 days a week. When I started off, I started doing 2 days a week. Then I went from 2 days a week to doing 4 days, and then eventually 5 days because I had the D.B.D. By the way, we have a D.B.D. episode later on today. I used to do that. I used to be the person who does that. But then after a while, after meeting so many different people and communities and doing whatever it is that we meet up and we link up or we have different opinions and we have conversations. And I met so many people, and I did a good review even this year of my own content from season 1 all the way through season 3. And I'm just like, the shifting of what we found to be acceptable to have great conversations, my style and how I changed, the kind of quality of people that we had versus the kind of quality of people that we have now has totally shifted. For better or for worse, you take that upon you. Most of my my community happen to be nighttime people who really are just about chaos. In the early part of my streams, especially I want to say like the first season to season 2.5, was really about people who were really about introspective thoughts, who were interested in figuring out things for themselves or trying to understand other people or just willing to engage in conversations that they really understood helped other people. Now, shift that half season 2 through season 3 was all about fuckery. Regardless of the fact that even if I didn't bring it, it had no bearing on the fact that other people wanted to bring it. It's like if you have a party, right? And you say, hey, I got a cookout, I got a party, I got the food, I got all of the shit. And then you show up with either ice or alcohol. You just want fuck shit. Because the only thing is going to go with alcohol happens to be ice. No one's thinking about the food. They come in for the food for free. And then really they're not there for the food. They're just looking for all the bullshit to just take place. And I'm just like, y'all need to chill out the fuck. Especially when you could have just went to so-and-so's party down the block. They do that shit all the time. They shoot guns in the air. They always got the cops running in. They do all that fucking shit. You could have just gone there. He said, yeah, but I always go there. I'm like, we'll still go there. That's not what I want here. See, if you happen to be a person that owns a house, you know what's the one thing you don't want? Neighbors who are going to fuck up the value of your property. You don't want someone who's going to come in and mess up your property value because you cannot live in a good enough neighborhood, but also if you ever choose that you want to sell that property, you cannot. Because it's going to be worth less than what you've actually contributed to it. And a lot of you guys, just going to keep it a buck, do your due diligence. You do your utmost damnedest to fuck up the actual property of this entire space. Just going to keep it a buck. Just going to say it the way I see it. I said this before, even when I mentioned before she started going live again, and I said, you don't really think about how diverse your space should be in order for other people to be able to eat off the table. Because there's not just people who are just like you only. And let me say that again. There are not people out here who are only like you. Because if there are people who are only like you, then that means anything that you should already acknowledge should be fucked up for yourself, and most of you don't. Most of you don't think that you're big fuck-ups, and you are. Then you shouldn't think that there are other people who's also fucked up or worse than you are. And if all you're looking for in spaces are pariahs, then expect something worse than a pariah. Because it seems like there's a race to the bottom when it comes to these spaces. Let me say that again for you. There's not a race to the top. There's a race to the bottom. Who can scrape the bottom of the barrel? And that's why, like, even when I think about this, I'm looking at that conversation, I'm trying to have a back and forth, productive email. I got people that try to tell me what I should be doing. And I go, enlighten me. Tell me what I should be doing. And all I ever hear is shit that's the race to the bottom. They never think about quality. They think about quantity. Let me say that again. You should think about it when I'm saying it. There's a race at the bottom for quantity, not quality. I try to give quality. Most people are not interested in that. They want to see a plethora of the same shit. Imagine if every chain that you went, if every place that you went to, all restaurants you went to were only the standards of McDonald's and McDonald's only. Think about that for a moment. Now, some of y'all say, I fuck with a Whopper. I fuck with Nuggets. I fuck with a McRib once in a while. But imagine if everywhere you went was only that food. How would you feel about that? Oh, how do I say your name? Alwine. I'm sorry, you got 2 A's. Alwine 722. Is that proper? Or should I just call you Wine? I can just call you Al, or I can just call you Wine. But just Ashton. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember that. Ashton is fine. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember that. But I appreciate you being in here. Is that Alwine? Oh, sorry, I saw 2 A's. I saw Alwine. I don't know. I'm trying to. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. You said. I saw 2 A's. I saw a Wine. I saw 722. I was trying to figure it out. It's my first initial last name. Hey, by the way, my name is the same way. By the way, most people are like, you're trying to steal from the Tesla company. You're trying to steal their name. Actually, it's part of my name and my last name as well. So yeah, you and I got that. We got that in common. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to say your name is all. But I appreciate you being here. And I was thinking about it, even for the I remember MPC's last stream where he was having his nominations, and the funny part about it that when he was doing his whole MPC Streamer Awards 2024, you have to remember that we're still 2025, 2024. He was reaching out to so many people, and I wasn't even thinking about it because I had just started probably the year just beforehand, so I didn't even know he was looking at my content. To be honest with you. The only other time I really saw NPC was when he was being featured, or I would either watch him when he was on like Mel Pandora. I did see a couple of his streams. I know he had a whole crew. I don't know if NPC. I don't know if you still deal with the same crew or not. But I know he was dealing with a crew at the time. And what happened was, I was doing my own thing. Actually, I was sitting here at this very desk, this very spot. And I was typing up a whole bunch of stuff that I was trying to prepare for in the year out. I'm actually around, I think, was it around this time or was it last month? But around trying to do it out. And what happened was I got hit up on Discord and they said, yo, you need to pay attention to NPC Stream Award that's happening. And I'm just like, I'm kind of doing something right now. I'm doing something right now. It's a little important. I need to get it done because if not, I'm not gonna get my content all together. And then I had Locksmith Jeremy hit me up. I had somebody else hit me up. I was also back and forth talking with Resto, I believe, earlier even in that day, but Resto was like, he can't really do anything. Because I was talking with Resto as well. And then someone said, yo, you need to come up real quick. You need to go to NPC stream. And I said, for what? What are you talking about? He's like, yo, you won an award. I said, what? So the first time they said that you got nominated for an award. And I said, yeah, it's not, nominations happen all the time. I'm all good. But then one person said, yo, you got an award. You actually got an award. You better hurry up. You gotta hurry up. And they hit me up right, like, I don't even know how quick my internet was. But like when they were like, yo, you got an award. And I was like, what are you talking about? I got an award. You got an award. And I was like, let me go click over. And then literally, as I saw it, there was another guy, I remember. It's how funny it was. Because I think Gabe was looking for me to pop up. But another guy, maybe one of his regulars, popped up on the stream. And I'm sitting there, I'm watching, I'm like, what's going on here? I literally came into the stream. I was like, what's going on here? Hey, what's going on, people? What's happening? And I'm looking at this guy, bald headed. He's like, oh, that's not the guy we're looking for. And I'm just like, wait, who are you looking for? And as they're talking, that's when they mentioned me. And I said, oh, shit, let me go find the link and let me go hop up and see what happened. And then I found that I actually won an award. But the thing that I think was the most important part is that even after that, I really started paying attention to the actual stream itself. And then it made me really think about what we do as content creators, because he had a plethora of categories. He had a plethora of them, which means that he had to do his due diligence for at least, like, if he didn't do it for the year, at least a solid half a year. We're talking about a good solid 6 fucking months of research. And I know it probably wasn't just him. He probably had a team. So there was a lot of people. And then on top of that, that means you also have to have an objective view to be able to vote and have the exact reasons why you're voting so that you're not having fan favorites or whatever. And I'm like, you don't understand that kind of diverse perspective that has to go into a voting process for someone to be able to win something. And that's why I say this is also another issue, or not another issue, but it's another issue why a lot of people don't respect the kind of work that goes into content creation. You said Teach? Was that the name of your team? I'm not too sure. But a lot of people don't really understand what really goes into it, because a lot of people, you just look at this as fan fiction shit. And again, I'm kind of, as this quarter goes through, I'm kind of looking at it and just going, a lot of people just don't really know where they're at. So even when NPC reached out to me today, not today, but for this new award thing, I was already in the mindset that I'm like, I'm not too worried about it. What's good, Nightish? I was already in the mindset that I'm not too worried about it. This year has been a very laid back, a very disassociating myself from a lot of spaces kind of thing. I've been really focused on trying to rein things in and go back to what our core principles are, not trying to lean into the drama, which is the panel version is really called the drama verse. I really just want to try to stay away from all that, because that's not the purpose of my channel. It's not the purpose of this space. And even as I'm looking at a lot of different stuff, I'm like, I'm not seeing more diversity. I'm seeing more of the same. People are coming in only to repeat what they've already seen, not to do something and dare to be different. And I say that all the time. You should dare. If you are an incoming content creator, you should dare to be different. Stop trying to find a new hair that's available on the proverbial panelverse nutsack to grab onto. You should just start your own shit. The thing about following an actual path that someone else has already done is that path is already worn out, because there have been many people who have already walked that path beforehand. It is very different to walk a path that has not been done and make a new trail. And that's what I'll give NPC his actual flowers for. Now, keep in mind, we know, especially if you're someone who watches Twitch, things like that, they have streamer awards and things like that. But for him to bring that into a space that I've never seen inside YouTube at all, I will give him his flowers on that for daring to do something different. Because we don't see that on YouTube. And by the way, this is not a glazing it's not just simply a glazing of NPC and his stream awards coming up. But it's a simple fact. It is the simple fact that instead of pretending that we should see more and see more differences so that therefore we can have a better perspective and a better space in general, it's being swallowed up by deadly niches. You said panel versus drama verse, absolutely. Hey, what's good? What's good, Will? What's going on? Cellulite Podcast in the building. And I was like, it's getting swallowed up to the point where I say, like, you're not going to have a perspective that's anything outside of the usual. And when I say the usual, I mean those same deadly niches. And I say that when you open your eyes and you walk out into the real world is not based on these things, which is the only thing that I try to build when I try to have these conversations. Because I can easily just fall into that. I can fall in line, be a good soldier, and follow the same bullshit. And then you can say, oh, look, he's up there with the same yahoos. But when you don't see that there's such a thing as oversaturation, when all you've ever had is grilled chicken, what do? Well, just gonna keep eating grilled chicken? No, go find something else. The only way to actually, here's the funny part about it. And the only way to actually have gratitude over the things that you commonly do eat is to eat something different. Because the only way you're gonna find out whether you like it or not. And this is why I also say, like, when I do something on my channel, if you don't like my channel, congrats. hopefully this narrows down what the only thing that you actually do like. But that means if you do eat that thing and you keep consuming that thing, you can't complain that you need something different because at least you tried. And now you know that grilled chicken is the only thing for you. But don't complain and grilled chicken is the only thing that's available. Don't complain when there are other spots that are available that serve meat, that do steak, that do vegetables, that do whatever. And then all you ever say is like, instead of just saying, well, I just don't want to eat at that chain because I just love my grilled chicken, say all other chains should go, all other restaurants should go, all other content creators should go, because all we want is all of them to also serve grilled chicken. That's where you fuck up. And this is where I get into the whole mindset about people in general. Because we come to a point where there's so many content creators out there. There are so many perspectives out there. There's so much different versions of content that's out there. You guys would have it believe that panel versus beef fucking panel content would make YouTube. And it's not even highlighted as even making a fraction of what makes YouTube important. Music content still rules over everything on YouTube. Music content still reigns supreme. Panel content, not even panel verse. Panel content in general will still have no fucking leg up on watching kittens, cats, dogs, gerbils, birds. Photography content still kills panel content out the ass. Doesn't even come close. I'm not talking about the space. I'm talking about the concept of the actual content. The interview content still beats panel content. A one-on-one content still beats multiple cameras, multiple perspectives, multiple yellings, unless you do political commentary like Piers Morgan. One-on-one interviews still beat this space. So the idea that people sit here and think we need this to reign supreme, but what makes you a space, a content that is above, that can rise, if the only level that it can meet is someone who is already mainstream? Think about what I just said there. Because you have mainstream commentators like Piers Morgan, like Megyn Kelly, like Tucker Carlson, who do these contents that you guys are trying to dive into, right? How are you just not rising yourself to be stuck up under them? Because they're already there. When you talk about celebrities, right? How is it no different from you trying to rise up to a TMZ? Because TMZ already exists. You're not making anything new. And not for nothing, it's nothing new on YouTube, because Twitch has been doing it for years. YouTube is only a decade. But YouTube is late in the game when it comes to streaming. You are late if you are solely a YouTube streamer, you are late to the game. Sorry, not sorry. You didn't do your homework. When I mention content creators who have been streaming for over a decade, a lot of people who I run across happen to be stuck. They're like, wait, who? I don't know who you're talking about. And I'm going, that's a problem. That's a problem. Because these people have been doing things for a very long time. And you're not even knowing who they are. You're hoping that I'm going to make a shit ton of money. And I'm like, well, people I mentioned, now that you know who they are, because I just mentioned them, right? Are you going to look them up? You say no. So if I mention, I'm going to say right now, if I mention a Ludwig, if I mention Destiny, who those who like to follow politics know who Destiny is by now. Andrew Wilson just stepped in that into that field. He's new. He's one of the brand newest people to step into that genre. If I mention Kyla, who's not so erudite. If I mention, as crazy as his name sounds, Mr. Girl. If I mention Vash, you don't know who these people are, but they have been already in this space for a long time, killing it. And you think that you're about to be the next front runner because you only know, say, who Andrew Wilson is. He's actually new into their space. He's not creating a space. You guys are not creating a space. These people already exist. These people already have YouTubes as well. These people are already well known as well. You're not making a new space. You're making yourselves become adjacent to them. And most of you guys don't watch them, so therefore you're not even able to leverage. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I just gave you a bit of an opportunity. So now that you know their names, you should go try to leverage. Especially if you're a content creator who's watching me right now. You should do that. Well, Resla, why is it that you haven't leveraged it? I don't have those kind of numbers. And I'm not an orbiter. I don't do this for a living. They literally do this for a living, and they do more than just streaming. They actually have companies. They have companies. They have businesses. They have people that work for them. They have assistants and all kind of other shit going on because they've been doing this for so long. Most of y'all guys think that the space is only as new as you. You guys only think that the highest people that's there, and I'm pretty sure NPCs knows this already. But you guys think that the highest people that's around is only the people that's sitting in this panelverse. And I've been saying for a long time, like, you really don't have a clue, do you? You don't even need to be in the debate sphere to kill shit, to make a shit ton of money. There are people who are just strictly reviewers of tech and photography. I know a motherfucker that he got over 100,000 subscribers in 10 months. And all he did was posted one video of wildlife photography a week. For 10 months, 1 day a week, wildlife photography, made over 100K. Got his plaque. Some of you guys have been doing this for 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. And you haven't even made it to be 100K. I'm telling you, a guy who did it in his first 10 months. Shout out to him for doing so. But when we talk about leveraging an opportunity, leveraging our skills and the thing that we claim we should claim, if you do find it interesting, a passion, right? How do you do it? And this is important. How do you do it? By tearing one another down, by looking for the next person that you can tear down. And then I hear people that want to do collabs and they want to build a whole crew. Like, I don't even want to say, because most of you guys, and I've said this in a stream before, when I asked the question, how many of you guys, if I gave you a question to say in the chat, how many of you guys would say that you have YouTube on your phone if you're not on a desktop? Almost every one of you guys answered the question saying yes. Click the one in the chat. Yes, I have YouTube on my phone. When I said, hey, give me a 2 if you actually have Twitch on your phone, I only had 2 people. I might have had 13, 17 people that was watching me at the time. Can't remember. But only 2 people said they had Twitch on their phone. I said, well, how many people got Kick on their phone? Nobody answered, which is sad because a lot of people who go from Twitch also go to Kick. So if you don't even know what's happening on one of the biggest streaming platforms that are already known to be around the world, big around the world, because all you know is YouTube, also tell me you're very limited because all you know is this space. When this space is not even 1%. This space is not even 1% compared to the rest of the actual genre itself. This is why I say you have to expand your mind and you have to go further than what you think you know. A lot of you guys are moving around with the mindset of a hometown. You think that because the creator that you watch is across the other side of the nation, that you're worldwide. You're not worldwide. You're literally thinking on a hometown perspective. Because you're coddled. And then instead of expanding your view to become more worldwide, you want the rest of the world to shrink down, which is why you're like, I need you who's trying to do something different to not do that thing. There are people, and this is the reason why I'm bringing it up, because there was this person that I'm having this conversation with, and they were sitting here trying to shit on an NPC for something that he did that he didn't have to do. The same way how I see other content creators that try to do things that they don't have to do, but they find it as the thing that they find to be entertaining, to be passionate, but also, it would be the thing that they believe that people who are like them would like to see. Let me say that again for you. It is the thing that they are doing, that they're putting their hard work and effort and time into, because they believe if they were a viewer, they would like to see that thing. Most of you guys, especially those guys who just watch, don't come up with these ideas. You just wait for someone else to come up with it. And then you criticize them for it. Even when other content creators are like, that was awesome. I can't wait to see the next one. Content creators that you watch, by the way. Those who sit there and watch Flo, who watch Sarah, who watch Joe Cool, and then you'll sit there and see something like what NPC does all on his own, and you be like, yeah, but what? Or any of the other people that you were watching thought about doing that? No. Did they appreciate it? Yes. So what's your real problem? What's your real problem? What's your gripe? If you can't come up with it, sit the fuck down and stay the fuck shut. Or just don't watch it. But don't get mad if your creator that you like to watch wants to go watch it. You know what I'm going to say? Don't watch your creator. Now what you going to do? Well, I don't want to watch my creator. Watch what another creator that I don't really want to watch shit from did. So I guess I'm just going to snort Cheeto dust and get Cheeto dust all over my hand and jerk off and mess up my keyboard. Why does it hurt you? Why does it hurt you so much, but you want so desperately to be a hater? Why? It's just a question. Oh no, Resta. The angle is I was working on some things and I pushed up my camera and I said I was gonna go live before we do D.B.D. So you just kind of stuck with me in this angle right now because I'm doing a lot of stuff in my office right now. So you said the war started off as a form of my year new ending review clips. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Honestly, your review NPC was a grander vision than what I wanted to do. So there was the thing that I was gonna do in the early part of my streaming career where I wanted to say every month I was gonna do a creator highlight. So there was gonna be a creator every month who I would do my review on. It would be the good, the bad, and I guess the ugly things about this creator. And then tell people, of course, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, to go check out that creator. I was going to pick a new creator every month to go do so, but I also have so much of my own busy life that I just don't have the time to do that. So, if I just said it openly, so if that's something you might be interested in doing, feel free to go ahead and do that. But it is what it is. Like I was gonna have something like that. Like what? And I would say if you want to follow that creator, follow them. But if this is the reason why I don't like that creator. But if you want to follow them, follow them. This is the reason why I like that creator. If you don't really like that, don't follow them. But blah blah blah. And I would do that. And I don't know. I just don't understand why people just has this thing where they need to just have a problem with everything. And I'm just saying, if you have a problem, just don't fucking go. Don't fucking watch. But take your orange dick now, because you've been jerking off of your Cheeto dust. Clean off go get a fucking Clorox wipe and wipe your fucking keyboard afterwards. And while you're at it, just take one hand, hold your dick, take the Clorox wipe. Yes, you're going to get the Clorox smell on it and wipe off your dick afterwards. But don't watch these creators then. If you're going to just have nothing but bad and negative shit to say, especially if you're not a person who's a mod, if you're not a person who's a content creator or reactor or whatever, like custom content creator, to do yourself. Just keep it to your fucking self. Because you act like what you're saying is really important. If you don't have any influence, you don't have really anything that's worth being acknowledged. Unless you want to drop some money in the pot. Unless you want to drop some money in the pot. Unless you want to drop it with a donation or a super chat or whatever. I want to read your shit. And I had a back and forth with this person. Like, you understand? Like, you honestly, you don't understand what the fuck we do. You don't understand how much time and effort it takes. This is the reason why I backed off for so long and doing so much content. Not because I can't do it, but because it takes a lot of energy from me to do this, and especially to be committed to things or to interruptions I'm just not really interested in. Because the most important thing to me is honestly not even this content. It's my time. My time is valuable. If I'm going to share my time with you, it needs to be valuable. And there have been plenty of times where I have done things where part of my time has been just as valuable as your time. I think there are plenty of people who watch, whether it's me or other people, and you think that you're going to live forever. And I say, at the end, when you clicked off the stream and you lay your little head in your bed and when you think about your day, what did you do and how productive were you from the rest of it? Because some of y'all think like we as creators should just be up from pretty much when you're bored, which starts very early in the day, by the way, all the way until when you're ready to go to sleep. Now, you think we should be up, to be honest with you, when a lot of you guys, and I called some of you guys out on one of my other streams, to start streams just for you guys to not even really be interested in our content. You come into the chat and you don't think about the time, the effort, the topic that's even being discussed by the content creator. You come in there with your eyeballs in the chat just so you can see who's there, so you can say, hi, how you doing, beautiful? How's it going, handsome? How's everything? How's your family? You never met them. How's your job? Like you give a fuck. Did you go to work today? How was work? Like you really give a shit. People who you never seen. People who never nan called you outside of the internet. Fake community building. Fake liking. Because some of you motherfuckers, I've seen you in other people's chats and you say the most dead. You'll sit there and try to be nice with each other in the chat, but then I see how you are in other people's streams and you say some of the most damning, most nastiest shit to the actual content creators. By the way, the only reason why you're able to meet some of these people. Oh yeah, I can call that out. I'm not even going to call you a hypocrite. You're just a straight up ass clown. What are you going to do about it? It is what it is. And if you say, well, no, that's not me, you're a liar. Because I don't think there's anyone in any chat that hasn't done it. Just going to keep it a buck. I think regardless of what and how you feel about a content creator across any of these damn channels that you go to, the fact that you're willing to go there, watch them, and even if you manage to find other people in the chats that you see that actually are there, that are willing to support, if you're willing to stay there, engage, or shut the fuck up and leave. Because here's the truth of the matter. Any content creator, something that you guys probably don't know about, especially if you're not one, any content creator understands that success comes with time. Not everybody's going to be a hit right off the way. But what they don't need are people who are there who don't want to contribute. If I come from a channel and I go to someone else's and they say, "What are you doing?" You know what I tend to do? Not much. I just came from somebody else's channel. But since I don't really pop up on other people's panels right now, I haven't really had to say that in a while. But if I go up on somebody else's channel, "Hey, yo, so what you doing, man?" "Oh, nothing. I just finished my stream, so I thought I'd just come over and see what's up." Regardless of what, I explain why I'm there. Hey, I killed my stream. I'm on your stream, showing you that of all the places I could have gone, I chose to share my time. The most important thing that we all have, my time with you. To me, that is the most humbling experience. You could have gone anywhere else. You could have just totally hit the X button on everybody and just popped up a new bag of Chester the Cheetah. And you know what you're going to do after that. But you chose to spend it somewhere else. So you should explain to people where you came from. You don't need to explain why you were there, just where you came from. Resla, oh, somebody was just talking to you in the chat. They were just talking to you on stream. They were just talking to you on stream, talking about you on stream. They were? That's crazy. What they were talking about. I just came from, whether that person likes that person or not, I just came from there. If that person knows that person, who's that? Oh, you should go check them out. I think that they're cool. You should go check this person out. If I went to someone's stream and they didn't know who Resto Chesto was, yeah, it just came from Resto's. Who's Resto? Oh, he's a content creator that I like to hang out with. Yo, you should go check him out. Just go into your stream, go into your search and just type in @Resto Chesto. You should be able to find them. I would do that with other content creators as well. I just haven't done it of late because, quite frankly, I really don't be moving around like that. All right, Becca, as long as you go ahead and skewer the chicken and don't screw the chicken, we're good. You're good. Shadow Buddha, what's going on? I think that as viewers, you should really think about what it means for you. And this goes to everybody who watches, because I do this as well, but this is something you should consider when you're being a viewer. Really consider, what does it mean to be part of a community? Let me say that again. I didn't say what your job was as a mod. I didn't say what your job was as a contributor. I'm not saying that you can only watch people if you drop dollars. I'm not saying that. But you should really consider, what does it mean for you to be part of a community? Because I don't think you guys, a lot of you guys, really consider that. Just going to keep it a buck. I think a lot of people don't really understand the definition of community. Just be honest. What's good, KM? I'm just being honest. You don't have to like what I said. I'm just being honest regardless. A lot of people treat content creators like they're fucking cartoons. How many times have I said that? You don't treat content creators like they're real. Like they have real lives. Like they don't have to spend their real time. Like they don't spend their real hard-earned efforts. Like they don't go through confusion points. Like they don't go through happies. They don't have highs. They don't have lows. You don't treat them like that. You don't treat them like someone who's actually trying to give their best. You don't do it. You don't treat them like there's someone who's actually trying to build something bigger than themselves. You don't do it. And to me, that makes you as a viewer one of the most disrespectful people. The lack of acknowledgement to hard effort. But you want someone in real life to acknowledge your hard effort. When you go to your job, you want your boss, you want your coworkers to acknowledge your hard effort. But you won't do it when you watch someone else giving theirs. Because you don't understand the concept of community. You look at people who are having even parasocial relationships and people who are being pariahs, but you're in the chat being a piranha. You're eating off of their energy. You're eating off of their time. And you're a solo piranha. You're not even looking at yourself as being a school of fish. I said what I said. I said what I said. When I go into other people's places, I'm thinking about how can I contribute? Hey, if it's not monetarily, let me talk to the hosts up there. Let me salute the panel. Let me talk to the chat. Hey, let me listen in to see what I can contribute to it. Yo, they might be cooking up some game that I might need to grab some of that and me make some content and then give them shout outs for it. I never think about going into a stream and walking out of a stream empty-handed. Let me say that again for some of y'all. I never think about walking into a stream and leaving that stream empty-handed. And a lot of y'all spend hours. Y'all be there from the first 10 minutes to the last 10 minutes, and y'all didn't gain shit. Y'all spend 3-4 hours and didn't do shit for that person. Didn't talk to the person, didn't try to have engaging conversations. Most of y'all just turn up and you walk in and you just try to spread your asshole. You look for someone who's typing in the chat so you can feel offended. They didn't say anything wrong. You know what? I could pick at that person. And the person's like, what the fuck is your problem? Nothing, you a bitch. What are you doing? No one say anything about where'd you get that from? Well, that's not true. So-and-so, 294. Like, what? Did I say it wasn't true? I just gave an opinion saying not everybody says that. But some people do feel like that. I know I said not everybody. That means that there's some people that, yeah, but you're a little bitch. These are the people as moderators that these people should be excommunicated. Now, here's the worst part about it, folks. And we're all going to say this. We all need to turn around and we need to be adults. Some of these people in the chat are mods. They're mods and they need to be handled accordingly. But also, as a viewer, you should be highlighting this to the creator so that an adequate punishment can be made. And as a creator, you cannot be a bitch and say, well, I'm not going to do anything because they're a mod. Even mods need to be held accountable. I should appreciate for that, Shadow Buddha. I appreciate you for that. I don't think a lot of people look at it that way. I think a lot of people get the wrench and they believe now they have no holds barred to be an asshole. When to be honest with you, just having an anonymous name is enough to make people an asshole. But I appreciate that. And I agree with the whole panel parasite thing. Now, some people will hear what I say and they totally flip things out of the fucking sky. They'll just totally flip everything out the sky. Look at him. Look at him. Look how pompous he is. Look at him. He thinks he's above everybody. Never said anything. I've literally been talking about how we should respect creators. We should respect everyone's time. That means the people who are watching. but also the people that are sitting there giving you the opportunity to watch, right? You should respect the content. Like, but people will take all that other stuff and they'll say the most egregious shit. Why? Honestly, I'm just being honest with you. Secretly, they hate their lives. I have to say secretly because they won't say it publicly. They hate themselves and they hate their lives. They hate they're not matching up to who they think they should be if they even gave it any thought. Because I'll be honest with you folks, a lot of people in this world don't really think about who they should be. They're just coasting. They're just trying to figure it out. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Everybody's trying to figure themselves out. There is no, well, if I didn't get it done by the time I was 20, 30, 40. When you figure it out is when you figure it out. But there are plenty of people who are coasting and they don't ever think about figuring it out. I don't like that new angel, by the way. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Cam. And there are people, like, be honest with you, there are people, by the way, and I say this even for you guys. If you have an account on YouTube, let's be honest, if you're watching, you are. Nothing is stopping you from giving this a try. Come on, guys. You know that I've already done streams on this. There's nothing stopping you from having it. If you have opinions, if you can sit there and say, look, I'm going to clip this and I'm going to talk shit about, if you can sit there and be the Discord whores. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. I can do a whole thing on that, but honestly, actually, you're about to make my point. If you can do all that, you can start a whole channel, right? But also, if you can't do content without talking about someone else, if the main part of your angst, of your contention, of your whole thing is just troll, you don't have any imagination. You're not good enough to be a content creator. Because being a content creator requires a bit of business sense, but also it requires imagination. If you just want to follow what other people do, sure, there might be a space for you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying that you can't be one of the best or one of the most used or even one of the plethora of copycats. I'm not saying that's not a thing. What I am saying is, if that is the way that you keep yourself noticed, you don't have a vision. Let me say that again. You don't have a vision. And for order for you to keep this thing, this business, this idea, this concept, this followership, if you want to put it that way, this community, you need to have a vision. Now, not everybody's going to follow your vision. Some people won't see you. Listen, this is like real life. Some people will never acknowledge your vision. Some people will never join onto your vision until you already have it built and it's successful. That's the way it is about people. There are people who will not join you until you have the foundation built. There are people who will not even join you until they see it being successful. And this is the truth about being a strategist. Most of you guys, let's be honest, most of you guys argue more about being a leader and leadership than being a strategist. Being a leader doesn't mean that you're a strategist. Even leaders have strategists. A great strategist creates plans. A good strategist understands the soundness of a strategy that is presented. An okay strategist are those that will never take part in a strategy unless they have seen it been done or they have done it themselves. Other people don't understand people with that mindset. Those people with mindsets. All they do is scrutinize. All they do is complain. All they do is criticize. And when a mind like that is so deficient, the only thing that happens towards the strategists of all those other types I just mentioned is resentment and betrayal. Because why? They don't have the mindset. They don't have the wherewithal. It is not a part of their tool belts. A lot of people like to pretend like they are up there. And they repeat things. It's like I have had plenty of conversations with educators, people who know politics well, and they have faltered because they think that sounding smart means that they actually are smart. That knowing foundational principles in particular subjects makes them believe that they are subject matter experts, and they find themselves at a disadvantage. I have had plenty of conversations, debates, and strategies with a lot of people. From political figures, yes, I've actually debated people who are political, who work for like advocacy groups, and even like people who work for like the mayor's office. I've had plenty of conversations, debates, and strategies with people. Online, people who claim to be political experts, people who claim to be hardcore liberals, hardcore conservatives, online too. And even they can turn around and say, at one point, they're like, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's true. Maybe we do have some work to be done. And the idea for me is to always stand where I've always been standing. Not a win or loss some game. It's coming to a point of understanding. And sometimes the understanding is simply this, that you need to understand that you don't know everything. You need to understand that you got some work to do. You understand that maybe there's something on the other side that you should be utilizing to make your side stronger. That it's not simply a good and evil scenario. The world is in gray, not black and white. The world resides in gray. Some of the people that we want as our heroes were former villains. And there are people who are villains who turn out to become our heroes. It is not either or. To be honest with you, you say, Shadow Buddha says, my spirit irritates their demons. And I got demons too. I have my own demons. like I get it. But, and let me just say this, because this is important. Especially for my religious or political people. If you are a person that talks about liberty or fairness, right? If you have a mindset that it's a win or some game, if you have a mindset of good or evil only, if you have a mindset of liberal or conservative only, if you have a mindset of piece of shit or saint only, you will never know freedom. You will always be trapped because you already mentally boxed yourself in. When you said it's only either or, you already boxed yourself in. Because you said, I cannot have any nuance or context. You already failed from the beginning. Because you can't think beyond your limits and you place shackles on your own mind. I'm gonna let that hang for a moment. I'm gonna give you a little bit of silence so you can think about it. And I need you to do yourself a favor. Unpucker your asshole and really let that digest. What's good, Cousin Lawrence? I'm gonna let that hang for you for a little bit. I'm gonna give you a little bit of time. All right. If you already have resided yourself to a group or other people to a group, you have already boxed yourself in, and therefore you will never know peace or freedom. The worst person, listen, the person who actually does best, believe it or not, is a person who already understands themselves. So like if they say like, I already know I'm a criminal. This is what I do. I already understand I'm a soldier. I go from one war to the next. The person who's actually the person who's the worst and the most dangerous person to deal with is a person who believes that they can do anything. Because instead of having a war that they understand their position and they can just go from one war to the next, the person who believes that they can do anything but never settled, or rather the person who believes they can do anything but has boxed themselves in because they don't know themselves, that person only has a war with themselves. That makes that person dangerous because they can be anything. You could be the next politician. You could be a teacher. You can be someone in finance. You could be anything you put your mind to, but you have convinced yourself that this is what you are. I am this. I am this party. I am that person. I am this. And then instead, because of your spirit, the way how you are, you're always going to be at odds with yourself because you're going to always see something that's different, that works, that is going to be different from your opposing view. And that's going to stir at you because you know it's true, but you've already boxed yourself in and you don't want to believe it, but you see it. You see it works. I have run into conservatives who see liberal practices, liberal ideals that work. But because they can say that's only a part of something, of a greater whole, they can't separate that one thing that they can use. And because it's a, quote, liberal ideal, that they can see areas within their own conservative party that they can use it on, and it would be great, they throw it out. And the same way, liberals will see shit that they know they can see from conservative sides, that they know it will work well on their side, and they can make their party stronger, and they will throw it out. And therefore, both sides will always be fucked. Because why? They can't think for themselves. They have to think with limitations, with shackles. The most dangerous person is those who have no shackles, but choose to put themselves within it. Some people are born with shackles on. It's not gonna lie to you. Some people are born with shackles on. And sometimes it takes a very particular circumstance that unshackles them, that uncurses them, unchains them. For most people, it's like that. But there are some people who are already born free of mind, free of spirit. And because they want to feel included like other people, to be like other people, they purposefully box themselves in. And then their spirit is gnawed at. And these are the people that become the most dangerous. It's gonna keep it a buck with you. These are your spies. These are your backstabbers. These are... Because some of us are just natural opportunists. Some of you guys, you're just, yes, sir, I am for this cause. don't even, I have this one thing that I needed, but because it's one thing that I want, I'm going to follow everything else you said too. And there are some people who see that one thing and just say, what else can I get? And they said, you can get all these other things. I'm like, I don't like those other things. This one thing, can I just take that one thing? And they go, well, no. And, they say, well, I want that one thing. I just want to take that one thing, and I like that other thing over there. You can't have the other thing over there. You can have this one thing here, but they have, you can't. And they pick a side rather than you can make another choice, choosing neither. You can choose neither. But a lot of people will choose one or the other because of friends, because of family, because of the state that they live in. Not because anything really affects them. There are people who become religious, not because they are religious, but because their family's religious. There are people who become conservatives or liberals, not because they're actually conservative or liberals, but because that's what their family and friends are. They don't even care about their state. It's their family and their friends, which is the reason why they are. Because they don't want to be at odds with these people. They will hear shit. They will vote. And they'll be like, yeah, I'm not really with that. They will even secretly vote for the other side. But when they get asked by their friends and family, who you vote for? They will give them the answer that they know that they're looking for. And they know it's the answer because these people who are already indoctrinated will say it from beginning day to end day, to election day. So it's not hard for them to know. Ladies, if you're dealing with a woman who is scorned, who is upset, who is bitter about a past relationship, and she says all the most crazy shit about men, if you're in a good relationship, when you're around this woman, you're just going to agree with her. Because by you saying, well, not all men are like that, you already know you're about to create an enemy within your own friend. Because why would she ever believe that because your guy's a good guy, that there are some men out there like that? Because that's not the way how a lot of people run. There are guys who are like that too. And all these people are just hoes. These women are just hoes out here. So if a guy has a really good girl, that guy, just like that woman is going to say, give it time. Give it time. They just ain't fuck you over yet. It's coming. It's coming. See, but I'm dangerous for another reason, because I'm one of these people who happen to be one of these open-minded people. But I've learned it's best not to choose a side. I'm a mercenary. I'm not a rebel, because eventually, when rebels win, if they win wars, the very society that gave birth to that rebel eventually have to do something about them, because that rebel's never settled. I'm not a rebel. I'm a merc. I'm worse. I am worse. Just gonna keep it a buck. I'm worse. Because my ideal is to, whatever all the other bullshit, it doesn't matter. Because here's the truth of the matter. I'm not worried about the past. The past already happened. And I can't do anything about the future by myself. And a lot of people who will claim that we're going to do this to change the future, I'm like, against what? A lot of people, you know what? A lot of people are in the mindset that they are the Trojan horse. And they're going to, and the enemy is just too stupid to see it. That's what a lot of people think their mindset is on. They are the Trojan horse. Them and their group, their party, their little factions, their little advocacy groups, they are the Trojan horse that nobody's going to see. and they're gonna be the tide that changes everything. It's like the people that also believe that every fucking 10 years the world's about to end, and it never does. And then they gotta sit there looking stupid with the stupid looking face on them. Sometimes how about you just live? How about you just live the best life you can and stop worrying about other shit? How about you stop trying to be martyrs? Why is it that you want to be martyrs? That's important to me as well. Are you so without life, without experience, without understanding, without joy, that the only way you feel like you have anything of substance, anything to give to the world, is if you sacrifice yourself, sacrifice your life when no one's even asking to take it? I'm talking about human behaviors, the conditioning, because this happens even within our spaces, our chats, the people that we converse with. If you're open enough to see it, because it's within their writings, it's within their rhetoric. Why do you think I even started talking to you guys very early in my content about logical fallacies? You can see these things. I didn't do it to say, look how smart I am. I did it to say, you should take a look. Go ahead and take a look at the old streams if you want to. I never said, I got to do this because you motherfuckers is dumb and you need to learn. That never happened. That never happened. It was hey, here are logical fallacies. When you're watching the people that you're watching, you should take some of these, write some of these down, and see if you're seeing it within the creators that you watch, the debates that you see. Are they really being smart, or are they just saying things that everybody else is saying? I've said this even recently on other streams. Hey, how often do we see new faces saying the same shit, and then they say, they're giving a new perspective? No, you're just seeing a new mouth saying it. But it's the same shit you heard from the others. Maybe some of you guys are biased because you say, I never heard that before. No, you just didn't hear from her because you think she's hot. I do her. So now you're saying that what she said, somebody else didn't just say last week when you was watching on that stream. I do him, girl. So you're going to say what he said, you didn't just hear from the motherfucker that just said it earlier in that damn stream? Let's keep it a buck. A lot of people have a problem with just focusing. It's okay so long as we have a new person added to the board. We have a new pawn added to the chessboard. It's okay. It's not even a chessboard, by the way. It's literally checkers. You wait for the pawn, or you wait for your piece to get up to the top, and you say, ding me. And everybody's moving across the board, but no one's trying to take anyone else. Y'all know what it's like when that happens. When everybody can now scoot across the board, but no one is ever in the position to take somebody else's piece. That's what it's like being in these circles, in these spaces, in these conversations. Imagine seeing a whole checkerboard, everyone, or almost, you got 6 pieces, and all 6 pieces are all kings, and they're all just zooming across the board. No one ever stops to be in a position to get conquered. How well that game turns out. How long does that game last? Way longer than intended. How long does that game last? Way longer than intended. How good is that game? Not good at all. See, at least in chess, because this is the way how it works. When there's a stalemate, it's a fold. Nobody wins. You get to walk away. You get to walk away. You guys don't play with the mentality of chess. You guys play with the mentality of checkers. There has to be a winner, but everybody's doing across the board. across the board, across the board, across the board. No one is ever trying to take, no one even puts themselves out there to be in a position to be possibly cornered or conquered. When either a stalemate, same pieces, can't be taken, it's a fold. We'll have to call it a draw. You guys out here in these damn spaces don't consider anything a draw. And therefore, play the music, the dance continues. Most of the time, you guys don't even, most of the time, let's be honest with you, you guys have already come to a point where you already understand that there's no end. There are no winners. So you know what you say? Who do I like most? Well, who am I sub to and who am I watching the most? That's what it generally comes down to. Who do I think of if I had to do my panelverse fantasy fuck? Who would I then vote for? Because somebody's going to put a poll in the chat. Who do you think won? Well, so-and-so made a good point about these, and I thought he was winning, but I would really fuck this guy, so I'm going to pick him. Well, you know, I think this bitch is dumb, and I think she made some bad points. She made some good points over here. And this other bitch, I think she was absolutely fucking crazy about it. I fucking can't stand her. That's why I don't really sub to her. So the other one wins. You're already fucked from the beginning. And the sad part about it is that the polls come up as if it makes a difference because you fuck yourself. That's the interesting part that I see. They're fucking themselves. And they're acting like they're making a difference. And then you know what I say? Who wins at the end of it? The host. The host wins. I go, well played. If you know how to play chess, you have the white side, the black side, but you also have the time clock. They're the time clock. The host is the time clock. They're the winners at the end of the day. At the end of a stream, they're the ones who win. Doesn't matter if it's 4D chess. If it's a stalemate, it's a stalemate. Most of you guys don't play chess, though. Most of you guys play checkers. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. So I just be like, if I come to a point where listen, let me just say it this way. And this is the way how it was told to me from somebody that I had to learn actual debating from. If you get into a debate with somebody, if the debate is not settled within 10 seconds, walk away. Especially if you guys are yelling back and forth. If the debate is not settled within 10 seconds, walk away. You guys sometimes look at this whole thing as called gone in 60 seconds. Gone in 60, but you don't even do that. If you're having a back and forth exchange, you guys are going wild, you're mentioning points and everything. If it's not settled in 10 seconds, walk away. There will be no winning. There are people, by the way, that we know for sure who don't even really have a point. They just want to be, Mom, I'm on TV. Moments. They just want to be contrarians. They really don't have a position. What's good, Leopard? Ruck, what's going on? Like, they don't have a position. And if they don't have a position, and if you're a person that follows them, you should be questioning them and asking them while in your chat, if you don't get up on the panel, which I encourage you to do so. I encourage you to do so. I encourage you to get up on panels. I encourage you to get up on panels. If there's somebody that you follow and you know that this is not their general point of view and they're up there just being a contrarian, I encourage you to call them out. Because I also don't understand this. See, it's one thing if you follow somebody. Let me just say this. I have lots of content creators who I am sub to. I don't really watch everybody because I just don't have the time, or I'm just too busy working on my own thing. Because I'm not perfect at my own thing. And until I am comfortable with my thing, I'm not comfortable really sitting there and spending time, idle time, by the way, watching somebody else when I know I need to get my shit correct. But if I notice that someone who I continuously watch is now taking a point of view that they don't really sit on just to become a contrarian or just troll somebody else, I call them out. Part of the issue that I think you guys run across, and I don't even understand this, is that you treat content creators, normal people, by the way, didn't star in a Hollywood film, didn't show that they were a filmmaker. You treat them like they're stars. Why? Why you treat them like they're film and movie stars? You didn't see them on a hit TV show. You didn't see them in a movie. You didn't see them play extra at a fucking Quiznos fucking commercial. Why you treating them like they're celebrities? Why are you doing that? I don't get that. When someone says like, Resla, I watch you all the time. I think you're great. I'm like, I appreciate that, but like, don't get it twisted. I'm no normal guy. I'm a normal guy. I'm a fuck up, like everybody else. I am that. What if God was one of us? I'm good. Ain't nothing big about me. I'm average. Why do you treat people who are average more than you? Why do you treat average people like they are more than you just because they go live? I don't get that. Why is that a thing? I can meet someone, I don't care how many subscribers you have, and I just go, well, why do you think you're a celebrity? Well, I got over 100,000 subscribers. Okay, but why does that make you better? Why does that make you special? You're not the only person with that. Well, I got a YouTube plaque. You're not the only person who has that. Why does that make you special? Especially when I just finished talking to people. I just finished saying this to you people. There are people who have been doing this for a decade, almost a decade, who have not hit that 100,000 subscriber mark and have a shit ton of people watching them, a lot of people watching them. There are people who have over 100,000 subscribers and barely anyone's watching them, and they have a plaque. I think, and this is why I'm a person who I'm very much like this. The most important person should always be you. Because if you can't look at yourself first, you can't see. And this is my thing. Because I have to say this to a couple of people that I know. They don't watch me, by the way, but a couple of people that I know. You need to stop putting other people ahead of yourself. You need to stop putting other people ahead of you. You need to stop making other people more important to you, especially people who you really don't know. Most people want to believe that they know someone, but you really don't know them. Because you really haven't seen them in a pressure situation. You can feel attacked, Resto. That's fine. Until you see someone in a pressure situation, that's when their true character comes out. Not what they tell you, not what you think, not from the things they say when they are in a bind. Because we're talking about character, not what someone says. They're a character. I can tell you I haven't been, the only reason why I'm here is because I had to persevere over a lot of shit. But that's what I told you. You have every right not to believe me. But if you ever watch me online and I deal with things and you see me move in a very specific way, then you can try to take that as part of my character. If you get to know me over time and you get to know my little intricacies, then you can better develop my character. Because here's the truth of the matter. The same way how we talk about dating, there's only but so long that someone can hide their true nature. And since I'm not looking to be on TV shows, since I'm not looking to have a whole sitcom, there's no reason for me to play a character. Like, I don't, you say mask goes for, I don't keep a mask at all. I go to Comic-Con. I don't even have a mask. I don't even go to Comic-Con wearing costumes. Because I'm there to look at other people. I'm there to video and take pictures of other people. I'm there with the intention of enjoying myself, not to have other people enjoy me. Let me say that again. That's very important. When I go there, I am there to enjoy myself, not have other people enjoy me. Hey, KM, the day that I have other people enjoy me is the day we make that OnlyFans legitimate. But then you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay to enjoy me. Until then, I'm just saying. Until then, you get me pretty much for free. Like, yeah, that Sunday, hey. Until then, it's like, it's what it is. Until I'm making that kind of money where you can see me doing all that, then I'm going to say, you know what? How much bread we going to write? Hey, yo, hey, I need to see 300 tonight, and I need to see 300 for at least the next 4 nights, and we going to do that for a month so I can purchase your favorite other creator so that they can do a Sunday with Resla. See, you guys are funding other content creators to get flued out so that they can do a Sunday. See, you don't hear me. Come on, I don't promote shit like that. Y'all see me for free. How many of y'all gonna say some crazy shit like that? And I know some of y'all gonna be big pervs too. Some of y'all gonna be like, oh, you know what? We gotta do a poll in the chat. I can already see Resto. We gotta do Lep. Lep gotta be in the poll. She gotta be in the poll. I'm like, oh shit. You know, okay, we go. Leopard print is in the poll. Who else is in the poll? Who else is in the poll? Becca, you in the poll? All right, Becca's in the poll. Who else is in the poll? Huh? You said Snow? Snow is in the poll. Who else is in the poll? Huh? Who else is in the poll? She in the and whoever wins the poll after we did the whole running up, I gotta fly. Hey, no, Lep. Listen, Lep, if you get voted in the poll, I gotta say, yo, you gotta hit me from Discord. We gotta give you a little information, whatever. I gotta fly you out, and it's gonna be specifically. I fly you out. You come to NY. I put you up. I ain't gonna have you stay at my place. I put you up somewhere. You know what I mean? Put you nice in the city. You get to have you. I put you up on a Friday. You know what I mean? But you need to be available. You know, and on Saturday we meet up. We meet up on Saturday. Maybe we do a stream on Saturday so everybody can know, hey, look, this is me and Lep. We gonna go to Tarjay or we gonna go whatever. Hey, we gonna do a stream. We gonna be like, hey, y'all. What kind of bubbles you want to see me and Lep in? What kind of bubbles you want to see me and Lep in? You sitting there, we walking, yo, Lep, this is crazy. Look. They said what? They said they want to see you in the what? Damn, we got all right. We gotta walk around. We gotta do like an IRL shit. We gotta walk around. We gotta be like, yo. So do you have this kind of these kind of bubbles? Like, do you have this kind of like shower? Like, yeah, we need something that got a lot of suds. No, no, this is no, no. I'm not even bullshitting you. Look. You gotta show the person there in the freak. The guy show the workers. Look. This is what the chat wants. This is the chat. They're looking for this kind of brand. They want this brand. All right, cool. Out 18. Out 18. Okay, we gotta go to out 18. And then we gotta go there and we're like, look, folks, look. She look. Hey, she putting it all in the basket. And then we gotta see we running it up. We running up. Oh shit! But we gotta be like, we gotta actually pay for it. We can't be stealing like Nina does. We can't be stealing like Nina. So we gonna pay for it, and then we know we gotta make it real. We gotta make it real central. So I gotta do a stream before, like, just let. Now I gotta make sure Lep doesn't actual. She has her phone and she got like, hey guys, what's going on? So today's the day. Yeah, today's the day. So I'm about to head over to Resla, and we about to do this Sunday, and I'm gonna have my own stream. Like, yo, today is the day, y'all. Today's the day. I'ma see her all suds up, yo. It's gonna be a good Sunday, yo. Today, this shit's gonna be lit. Yeah. And that. But I don't do that. I don't do that. You know why? I'm not that type of streamer. And you know why? It's part of the community's fault. It's the community's fault. Y'all can't get it done. So I can't get it done. Listen. Let's all sing. I suds, you suds, we suds together. That's the way it works. Until then, we all gonna be dry. That's just the way it's the way it works. That's just the way it is. The suds will never be the same. That's just the way it is. So there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it because it's just not that type of. It's just not that type of business. It's not that type of streaming. So sorry, Lep. You don't get to see all of this. All of this. You don't get to see all of this. I was gonna buy you a very special loofah too. A very special loofah for you. All of this. You don't get to see all of this. You know, it sucks to be you. You know, blame the community. Blame the community. So it is what it is. It's just what it is. Blame the community. Blame the community. It is what it is. It's not me. It's the community. The community. It's not my fault. I can only come up because we come up together. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. Nothing I can do about it. The only way we can get there is through dual support of the platform. Y'all see, I can't even hold my numbers. So how are we ever going to get up there? How are we ever going to convince other people that we can get up there? See? That's what it is. And this is what I'm saying. Hey, this is what I'm saying when we had even NPC here. Like, listen. Y'all need to do better on supporting your creators by actually becoming part of the community. Stop being a little visitor. Stop being a person who's here at like fucking a Stop and Shop. Stop being a browser around and never buying something suspicious, motherfucker. Stop doing that. Oh shit! Look at this guy, Resto over here. Resto came in. Wait, what the fuck? Why did it didn't pop up? That's crazy. Hold up. That should have popped up. I don't know why. Oh, I don't know why it didn't pop up. Should have. Now I gotta recheck all my stuff. But Resto came through with the 2 months. I appreciate you, big dog. He said, shh. No, shh. No, he came through. Appreciate that. I'm just listen. It is what it is. Oh man. Okay, let me go do a little side project. Let me go see if OG is good. We got a D.B.D episodes coming up. Let me see what OG's up to. Hold up, y'all. I got a whole lot of stuff I gotta put up now. Don't do this. Oh, there it is. There's my sound. There we go. Why is it so late? Arresto in here. Yeah, did this one pop up? It did. It did. Resto with the actual 10. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, we got a new resident. There we go. Now it's popping up. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Why it didn't show up before. But I appreciate it. Shout out to you, True Keys, who is now a resident. These are my favorite folks. Give Resto a like in there. That was beautiful. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He's adding on to the future of a possible OF. Give this man an actual like in there for his donation. That will go a long way, a very long way, to the actual Resla OF. Gonna go a long way. We got a long way to go. Let's see who's up. Look, Tom went live. Let me go over here. That we both can. No, we absolutely can have OF. Don't say we both can. We absolutely can both have OF. I can absolutely have an OF. Let me see. Oh, it looks like OG's still alive, so I'm not gonna worry about it. OG's still doing this thing. Oh, let me do a couple of change ups real quick, because I see we're still on the. Oh no, I don't want to mess with his banner in case he's live. I don't want to mess with his stuff. But yeah. Let me pull up my chat again so I can see. There we go. Becca. You said we getting an AF? OF? Yeah, but I mean, listen, if we ever get, we ever top off in a really solid community, Alexandra, absolutely. Yeah, we can, listen, we can have the OF. If we doing really, really good, shit, we might have an OF for a lot of different stuff. It could be, listen, it could be an OF. If we ever get popping, chat, if we ever get popping, it could be an OF. Plus, listen, we can have different events for OF. It could be like the Sunday Suds Day, It could be like an OF shopping spree. It could be a lot of stuff. If we ever get popping, it could be a lot of stuff. And the thing about me is, like, I'm the kind of person, like, while I would like to partner with other content creators as well to have really popping shit, I would like to actually spoil some of my chat as well. So, like, if we have people, like, let's just say, shit is going good, shit is well, we doing well out here in the paint, and then we do a nice little raffle or whatever. And it's like, oh shit, look what happened. Oh shit. Like, what? Listen, how about this? What happened? What would happen if we did really well, right? And then all of a sudden we took off, right? Shit really, really popping. And it's like, oh, you know what people are voting on? They want OF, and they want to see a shopping spree. They want to see a spend them till we end them stream featuring Resla and Resto Chesto. And they pick like, yo, we want to see it in New York. Now I gotta be like, oh, this guy gotta come to New York. I gotta make sure we all fly. We got all the nice shit on, and then we gotta hit all the popular spots. And we gotta do it at least a good week or at least a couple of days. And we gotta hit all the popular spots. All the popular spots. We gotta hit up Edge. We gotta hit up the Empire State. Like, Edge is the tallest building that we have. We gotta see all that shit. I gotta see if there's it's gonna be doing it during a time where we got like a ball game. So what we gonna do? We gonna see the Knicks. We gotta see the Nets. I'm impartial to either one. Like we gotta hit all the spots, or we gotta find a nice popular bar and a club or whatever. We gotta do it all. We gotta do it up. It's going to be a nasty time. It's going to be a nasty time, a crazy stream, and y'all gonna all see all fucked up on it. And y'all gonna be like, yeah, oh my God, look, and we gonna do it all. The only time is y'all can't see it on live is when y'all go to the OnlyFans is when we literally go to the meat packing district to get these hoes to go meat packing. That outside of that, he gotta do his own part in his own OF. I gotta do my own part, my own OF, and that's it. End of the stream. We dope a little banner. Sign up to Resto's OF. Sign out to OF. You know, privileged content only. Privileged content only. That's just all. Wait, what? I want to see you dropping it off to your girl. What? Nah. Slinging Monday? So I got to do a Sunday Suds Day and then a Slinging Monday? Because whoever it is cannot be showing up on a stream with me unless she a woman, she can't be showing up to me on Sundays. And then you say sling it on like Monday, like come on, Cam, be reasonable. Be reasonable. Well, what are we doing here? You got to be reasonable. And what are you saying? Sunday, Suds Day, let's just say happens at nighttime, Sunday, Suds Day, and this kind of rolls over from Sunday to Monday. So that means Sunday, Suds Day immediately slings over into Monday slinging. Come on now. Come on, KM. I see what you're doing. See, you're making it an obligation for those ladies who might show up on a Sunday. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, we're not trying to be, listen, I already know. We're not going to make the charts. We're not going to make the charts with these OF models. Like these OF models. We're not going to do that. Don't do that. See, because you making a joke about that. KM, you making a joke about that. But if I did the actual poll and then someone said, let's just say we did a poll, Lep was already there, and then we did a poll. Why isn't KM on the poll? How you going to feel about that, KM? How you going to feel about that, KM? Meat slinging Mondays? How you gonna feel about that, KM? How you gonna feel about that? You gonna say let's go then? Wet Wednesdays? Hey, listen. Sounds like a very tiring week so far. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, KM 100% on the poll. Which poll though? She's talking about this whole slinging meat fucking Mondays. Which poll? Shit. And listen, not for nothing. Some of y'all got your men, you got your hubbies out there. How you gonna explain that? So, honey, I'm gonna be going on vacation, and I'm gonna go, with my sister, and your sister's lot. Your sister, she's not on board, but you got a lot. Just use me as an excuse. I'm gonna go see my sister in Alabama. She in Alabama, but you really getting flown out for a Sunday, Sundays, and a meat slinging Monday? Come on now. You gonna encourage the infidelity? Is this what we're doing? Don't say you're dead, True Keys. I'm just saying. I'm just calling it out. I'm just saying. What are we doing? Water Park Wednesdays? See, I can get away with the Water Park Wednesdays if it's in the summertime, because that literally means I can just take y'all to a water park. It literally means that I can just say, Water Park Wednesday, y'all. You know what's going to happen. Squirt, squirt, drizzle, drizzle. And then I literally take you to a water park. Then I can see everybody like, oh, I didn't want to pay for this. That's not what I was thinking. That's not the wetness I was thinking about. I'm going to make the bedroom a water park. The fuck? Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. So you say? All right. I'm just saying, we gotta get to that point though, people. We're not there. We are not there. We have to get to that point. Everything that's being said right now is simply a speculation. That's simply what it is. It's speculatory only. No, it can't be a Freaky Friday. And by the way, folks, let's just say this. There has to be this is the problem with content creation. Y'all have to be reasonable. This is why I have to put schedules in it. Because given it, y'all will never give me a day off. You never give me a day off. I must have time off. This is not like this whole thing where people just want to be in your life every day can't be a thing. It just really can't be a thing. I need time off. I need time off. Sometimes I just need time away from y'all to be. Oh, what's Resla doing now? Like, I can't even get laundry done because I have to be live. Come on, y'all do too much. How do I get clothes? How do I get clothes, Cam? No time off. How do I get clothes? How do I do anything? How do I do anything? How do I work? How do I work? How do I work? How do I eat? How do I get my laundry done? How do I do anything? Sooner or later, especially because I don't get paid to do content, y'all just gonna be looking at me, trying to charge my phone, being homeless, trying to do a stream underneath a bridge because I can't get my real life done. The fuck? Who's we? Who's we? You hiring hoes? Who's we? You flying them out too? Because as far as I know, it's difficult for me to become an escort. I ain't doing it cheap. I need to pay bills. I need to pay bills. I ain't cheap. You come do my laundry, I have to be like somebody has to get the basics done. Like the house got to get clean, the laundry got to get clean. Like how am I gonna do that? Like if I'm streaming all the time, the fuck? How is that supposed to get done? Do the mouse in the pocket? All right. You the mouse in the pocket. All I just hear is that you can never settle down. Always moving around. Too much. Just need to chill the fuck out. People looking at me like I got rash and shit. Chill. Just stop. Still, the fuck is wrong with you? That's all I see. Stop. Hey. People looking at me weird. I'm trying to eat and shit. Hey, warning you. I'm warning you. Come on now. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. You said just supporting a couple meals and I'll head out. Shit. Hey, Mrs. Ferris, what? I was saying, I don't know what y'all be thinking. Like this is a very extravagant, very costly lifestyle, and we're not out there. I'm not cheap. See, I know y'all think maybe y'all look at me, y'all think I'm cheap. Maybe y'all think that. Maybe y'all think you look at me and you think it looks kind of cheap. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not cheap. I am not cheap. I'm not. There's nothing about me that's cheap. Like there are people who buy quality and people who buy quantity. I'm a quality person. I am not. I don't want to buy a whole bunch of shit just to have a whole lot of them. I will buy limited shit, but the quality of that is fucking up there. That's just me. I don't have like a plethora of shoes or a plethora of socks and none of that. I'm probably one of those people. I probably am. If I had to get luxury goods, I would probably have a whole bunch of undies. But even my undies would have days on it. Like these are my Wednesdays. These are my Thursdays. These are my Fridays. Like I would do that. And then Sundays, maybe Saturdays would be the days I really don't wear them. These are my commando days. These are my standbys in case I need them days, but I'm mostly commando. It's probably gonna be that. But I'm very quality over quantity. It's not a struggle. It's not a struggle. It's just the fact that I just don't like to buy a whole lot of shit that's not needed. I am very much a place for everything and everything in its place. I don't like having too much of anything that's not needed. And since I'm the person, by the way, I'm the person that doesn't like to like, because I'm lazy. I'm lazy to the point where I'm like, I need other people to do things for me, like very small things for me. Like, oh, you have this, you got to take it to the Goodwill or whatever. I'm not doing that. I will throw it out before it goes to the Goodwill. So I'm like, listen, I'm going to bag it up. I'm going to put it over here. I need you to call the Goodwill. I need you to take this and take it to the Goodwill. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Like, oh, you can take it to the recycling center. No. Call them. If they have a pickup, tell me what day. I'll put it out in front. They need to pick it up. I'm not taking it nowhere. I'm very lazy in that part. If it's something I don't want to do, you're not going to really get me to like do it. If it has to be done, like I bought it, I need to return it, cool. But if it's something I've had for a long time and I need to get rid of it, like this is why this is why I would be shit at being like an Amazon seller. I don't really want to do that. Like I would be terrible at it. It's one thing if I'm like creating goods and I'm selling it, and I probably wouldn't even use Amazon to be honest with you. I'd be Etsy. I created it. I need to sell it. You're paying for all the other shit, and I'm shipping it out to you. It's all good. But like being in Amazon, unless it's like a warehouse, like you're just buying shit and it's going from the warehouse. I never touched it. Cool. But like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Goodwill, shit like that, I just can't do it. Once I know I need to get rid of it, if it's sitting in my house for a week, it's got to go. I'm throwing it out. Some people are like, Resla, that's so wrong. Somebody could use that. Well, that sometimes didn't come, so it's gone now. I don't know about just empty, like a hotel room. I don't. If the hotel room is spacious, but I wouldn't want it empty. I just like everything to be nice, neat, and organized. That's typically how, like, just the fact that my desk, the way it looks right now, annoys me. Because I'm thinking like even when I look at my desk, I just go, I need to buy more space to organize shit. I think when I had this desk, at least for the first 6 or so months, this desk was clean. It was clear. It was nice and clean. And now it looks, I had plenty of space on the desk, but it just still looks crazy to me. And I don't like it. I don't like it. And I just be always looking for, I spend more of my time browsing for organizational space and just thinking, where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put this stuff? Than anything else. It's simply what it is. I think that, I don't know, and part of me wants to make organizational space because I just like I said, I just like having a clean space to be in. I like to know where everything is at in case I need to, but also because I'm a person that even when I come into the room randomly, I throw shit places, and I'm just like, ugh. I watch it and I go, oh, I just do that because it eventually will gnaw at me, and I need to pick it up and I need to move it. I'm a clean person. I'm a clean person. Like, I have things that's been sitting out there and it's been annoying me, and the only reason why I don't really notice it because I'm not in the room enough, except for when I'm doing this or whatever, or I have my back turned so I don't really see it. But I be like, I need to move that. I need to get it out the way. I hate when I don't like when I don't have enough time to put up. When I have projects I don't need to put up. And honestly, the thing that was supposed to be changing for a while, and I'm still trying to change it, is I'm trying to come up with multiple room designs for the office. And every time I come up with a new room design, despite the fact of how much I measure shit out, every time I measure shit out, I'm like, fuck, it's not enough room. It's not enough room. It's not spacious enough for me to have a design. But I'm keep trying to come up with something. So every time I think about switching up things, it just never works out. I got a whole 3D program of just like how my room layout is, and I be trying to find new ways to like freaking do my rooms. We got a Resla 4 inches in depressing. Wow, nah, not at all. Not at all. Never been. I could say, listen, I could say I am good there. Never been depressing. I actually will. That's been a curse. That's really been a curse. When I say like I painstakingly had to be very cautious. Nothing getting with somebody and they're just like, you're mine now. You don't understand. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you're mine forever. And I'm like, chill. It was like one time. Like, no, you don't get it. You hit that wall. You hit my cervix. Like, you're mine. I'm like, well, stop. Chill. And I'm shocked. I am shocked. In all my years, in over 10 years, I have never had to change my phone number. I'm always hoping for the day I never have to. But I'm like, ooh, I'm always hoping to look and say, I never had to change this. I never had to, 10 years, I never had to change the phone number to this phone. With this phone, however, this phone, there's a difference. There's a difference. It's a difference. Are you going to give me a phone number? Like, yeah, sure. Family, friends discount. That's not true. That's not true. It is true. Don't maybe call you a woman and beat you up. Wow, that's a threat. There goes a threat. The caves are depressing. That's crazy. Listen, all I know is I have had to be on the Spider-Man rules, and I've had to be very much with Resla, with great pressure equals great responsibility. I understand when they say, hey, when you're doing your thing, look down there. You got to make sure you don't put too much, because if you trying to push her guts into her esophagus, she's going to try to keep you. She's going to try to keep you. I've learned. That's the stalker mentality. That is the stalker mentality. When she look like she's like, when she hit that gasp and like she's reaching for her asthma pump, like one of her lungs just collapsed, you fucked up. You went too deep. You went too deep. I'm just saying. Y'all don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I might be giving too much. There are some of you that you just don't know. You just don't know. You don't get what we're talking about. You didn't get the and then they're reaching for shit. Oh my pump. She can't even speak. She's like just you don't know. And it took me a while to have to learn that kind of slang. And I'm like, what? Just slap him in the face. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying? English. English. You want that slap? Wait. What is this? What is this? You want me to finger that down there too? That's what you want? That's what you want? She's like, oh. Now she really dying because she can't breathe and she about to get that squirt. Collapse lung and shit. She really about to die. So I had to learn, like, hey, if I say, like, pump, I need my pump because, like, I can't breathe. I'm like, oh, my bad. We got to establish new protocols. New protocols. So not, like, that's how I learned very early, folks. Like, we about to do this. We're like, yeah, we about to do it. Yeah. Yes, what? And then you're like, wait, hold up. Do you have like any food allergies? Are you like asthmatic? You're like, look at me. Just shut up and kiss me. And I'm like, I hear you, but I don't want you to die. That's all I'm saying. Like, I just want the best for you. I don't want you to die. It's like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I gotta make sure because I don't want to be like, honestly, I don't want Will reviewing a court case of me because I'm on fucking Law and Crime. I don't want it. The law, because Will is gonna do me dirty. Will is gonna do me dirty if he catches me on Law and Crime. He gonna make it a whole week thing. Will is going to drag me out if he catches me on Law and Crime. So I gotta make sure I do y'all right. I gotta make sure there's some pre-care and aftercare because Will be merciless against me. I can't do it. I cannot do it. That's just what it is. I can't. I know what it's like to be out here in these industries. I can't have that on me. Can't have that on me. You're breaking up the court case. I seen how y'all did it. I seen how y'all did it with Young Thug. I seen how you did it. Like, y'all dragged that motherfucker out. Can't have it with me. I can't do it. I can't. Did you see yourself in the? I didn't know she did a Christmas video. Sarah's Christmas video. I didn't know she had a Christmas. Why would I be in it? Why would I be in a Christmas video? The fuck? Did I see it? Sarah has a Christmas video? I didn't even know.
Just probably think.
Let's see. Let me see. It's on her channel, I'm assuming. Let's see. Let's look for subscribers. Raging Tomato. The Raging Tomato. Yes, watch it. Everyone is in it. I saw she did a stream today, but it didn't say Christmas video. Hold up. Let me scroll down. Gothics. She was on. I know she did a stream, something about okay, I apologize, but I didn't watch it. Hold up. Wilson is on. Okay, she's not popping up. I gotta type it in. The Raging Tomato. She has an open panel notification. Is it a video or is it like a short? It's a video, not a live stream? Okay, let me go to videos. It's a Christmas. Whoa, a cuckable Christmas in the panelverse. I don't like the sound of that. It was a day ago. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. All right, hold up. I gotta do this. Damn, I did not expect this today. All right, here we gonna go. Is it this one or is it this one? I think it's this one. Oops. And we're gonna do here. We're gonna do a cuckable Christmas. Oh my days. All right. I have no idea how this is gonna be. Let me know if you first of all, let me know if you can hear this.
It was the night before Christmas when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, except for this dude. We don't know what he was staring at, but he kept looking hard. Ugh. But just next door, there was a party going on, a Panelverse Christmas out on the lawn. Wait, what's that noise? He said. So he ran next door, leaving his wife in bed. I'll show them, he thought. The power of the cuckable. This is my shot. He ran so fast, then he bumped his head. Now visions of the Panelverse danced in his head.
That's crazy. Not grid. No way.
Lipstick, the brown-nosed reindeer, love to kiss a lot of ass. It's the most wonderful troll of the year. I'm not Indian. I'm not Indian.
It's crazy.
Last Christmas, I gave you dubbies. The very next day, you threw them away. This year, to save me from tears, like I'm totally going to give them to someone better.
Oh,
Duh.
shit. Oh, wow. Okay.
Don't want no Sims for Christmas.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow.
Like joy to the world, cause the Lord, he has come.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
He got angry at the trolls, and he got in a fight almost every night. And the Panelverse made
Not Sasquatch and Snowman. Here we go.
In the name of the Father, I cast you out. No, the power.
Flow, let it flow, let it flow.
Let it flow.
And then he awoke. What a wild dream. The power of the Panelverse is here, so it seems. So he got himself up and walked back to the door. Sadness he felt, with his heart on the floor. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll have a blue Christmas without
Get the fuck out of here.
What a weirdo he was. Quite a strange little guy. Now we know what he was staring at. Maybe he's bi.
Maybe. Okay. You know what? Okay. That was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty damn good. Damn. Yo, Joe, cool.
5 drama channels, 4 debate shows, 3 baby daddies, 2 panel hosts, and Tomato the panel verse queen.
Okay, that was a lot of work. Making my point. By the way, earlier in the stream, making my point. People do not give creators enough credit for the work that they put into. I didn't even know that was a thing, and that was great. That was great. That was really good. Despite the fact you put me in it, whatever, like it was great. The crazy part is that she put my Tesla hoodie in. God damn it. But it was great nonetheless. She had everybody that pretty much I can think of. Some funny moments and everything, but this is what I'm saying. Like, those who actually watch streams and streamers, we need to do better as a community. And when I say a community, when I use the word we, I don't mean creators just collabing with creators. That's not what I mean. You as the viewers, whether you are a content creator, whether you are a influencer, whether you are actually a viewer, we need to do better at this aspect of community. Because I think a lot of people just think because I subbed and because I'm willing to watch you while you're doing the stream, but to be honest, I'm not really paying attention because I'm too busy talking with the chat about how your day's doing, how you've been with your family, how you been. That's not community. And community, by the way, as limited and also as appalling, I'll just say it for myself, as it is, community is also not just about going from one place, from a channel to another channel to another channel and just talking shit or spreading gossip. That's also not strictly community. Yes, communities have done it because people have done it since Discord, way back in the drama space. I'm not on the debate space of like Twitch. But the fact of what community, people should really do some deep diving and some deep searching on what it actually means to have a community. Because I'm running around and I'm seeing that if people don't understand what the aspect of community means, then I'm thinking to myself, for you Christmas folks, I'm thinking to myself, I keep looking over here at this camera. I keep thinking to myself, if you don't understand what the aspect of community is, then that means you don't really know what the aspect of family is. For those who like to hang out in specific spaces and you have people that you love to see on a regular basis, online, not necessarily in your real life, we need to have a better understanding of community. Community is the people that celebrate the things that you celebrate, that have the culture of the same things that you have as well. And we don't have enough of that. We have people that sit there and they sub because, let's be honest, they're looking for drama. They sub because they're looking for drama. They're subbing because they're looking for animosity. They're subbing because they're waiting to see who runs from where to go to where. People are not really subbing for content because I see plenty of you guys do it in chat. You never know. Sometimes I'm there just watching you guys in the chat. And I see more you guys use it as, how did Orthodox guy say it to me? Said it for me. Yeah, it's a hug box. Most of you guys I see running around from stream to stream, on chat to chat, and use it as a hug box. How you guys doing? Hey, how's your family? How's your friends? How's your left toe? How's your finger? Haven't seen you in a while. What happened? Did you jerk off this morning? Are you nut free? How about you? Did you squirt 3 times a day? That's great. Miss you, honey. You don't really engage as a community. There are content creators, even during the time when you're doing this bullshit, by the way, that content creators are putting in their full efforts and it's being ignored. I see more people engage with each other in a chat, by the way. I'm not saying it's a must, but I see a lot of you guys even engage more with each other in the chat than you do with what the creators are actually trying to bring forth to you. So let's be honest. What would be the difference between a creator who goes live and cuts off the chat and just streams versus those who allow people to actually talk in the chat? Let's be honest. I think for a lot of creators, the only reason why they allow, or really they see it being necessary to have a chat while they stream is because they're hoping that they can get engagement from the chat. But if the only engagement that comes from the chat is the chat within the chat, not the chat within the content, what's the purpose of the chat? And that's a question for you guys. The question. Only you can answer that, because the same way how Smokey the Bear said, only you can prevent channel bullshit. What does it mean to be a subscriber? What does it mean to be a community member? What does it mean to have a membership? What does it mean to be a contributor of a space? What does it mean? Does being a contributor only mean that you donate money? Does it being a contributor only mean that you're a member? Does being a contributor only mean that you watch? What does it mean to be part of a community? Because as far as I understand, a community has people who everybody has a place and everybody has a job or role. And freeloading is not a position. So what exactly is your role as a community member? Because even if I say the way I support, what does support mean? Watching is not simply support, because I can guarantee you this. Your one view is not making a difference. What does it mean to be a supporter? Just a question for you. Some food for thought that you should rest on. I think a lot of you guys think that your one view equals 100 views. It does not. What does it mean to be a supporter of a person that you claim that you like to watch? Well, Resto, you say we're still a small sector. I don't think people really look at this as a sector. I know they call it the panel verse, but people really haven't embraced the aspect of sector. Let me say that again. People call it the panel verse, but they really have not embraced the aspect of a sector, of a space. A lot of people just move to do their own thing. Because let's be honest, how many people can you say are actual collaborators versus those who just shit talk on other people? Let's be honest. There are more people who spend more time shitting on each other than actually trying to collaborate. And if you're spending your time looking for enemies, then you're not a collaborator. And if you're spending your time looking for enemies and you're not a collaborator, then that means you're not really part of a space either. What you are is a pariah. And a pariah eventually just does piranha shit. They just eat everything in sight. How does this make you an asset? Because if you ever want to make yourself, or even this sector, which is not really a sector in my view, because it's shrinking, it's not growing, it's shrinking. Yes, there are more faces that pop up, but there's nothing new that's happening. Just more shit talking on the same old shit. So it's not growing. The space, the nuance, the topics are not expanding. It's, thank you, True Keys. It's a loop. It's an Ouroboros. It's a snake eating itself. What I would like is those who are the creators, who are the most prominent of the panelverse, to consider where is it going? Because right now, all I see is a snake that's eating itself. We need to dare to do something different. Because we have new members, new faces that keep popping up, and all they're doing is repetitive shit, the same shit. In fact, to be honest with you, especially to the most prominent of the creators, you have people that keep popping up trying to make a name for themselves on your channels just to do the same shit. Dare to be different. Dare to not be the status quo. Dare to bring something that looks new. And most of all, for the people in communities, the viewers, the contributors, if you manage to see something new within a space that's considered to be part of the panelverse, whether it is myself, whether it is Resto Chesto, whether it is Blind, whether it is NPC, but do yourself a favor. Support, contribute, instead of trying to make them more of everybody else. Support their individuality. Jesus Christ, my phone is going off. Support their creativeness to be different. Do not support the idea that you need them to be like everybody else. I said that way in the beginning. And it stands true today. Support them for trying to bring more, not less, not the same. Because if everybody shows up to your dinner, to your Christmas dinner, to your Thanksgiving dinner, and all everybody brings is turkey, what's the point? Where's the mashed potatoes? Where's the candy yams? Where's the greens? Where's the stuffing? Where's the mac and cheese? If everybody brings turkey, then we don't have much of a space. Everybody's just now going to be sitting around with dry mouths. That's the point I'm actually bringing at. Guys, thank you very much for being on the stream. I would love to just redirect you all, but I got some stuff I really got to get to real quick. In about a half an hour, OG and I are actually going to get ready for the D.B.D. So, actually, no, I'm wrong. Am I? Let me take a look. No, 9 a.m. my time. He should be getting ready because he was on his stream. And we'll be going over to the D.B.D. in about a half an hour. So let me go reach out to him real quick, make sure they're very good. If you like, come check us out in the D.B.D. Like I said, we're about to go live. Be sure to check that out. I have no idea what he's got installed. I don't really have much really in it to think about right now. So hopefully you guys gonna come up. It's about 30 minutes, literally. So it's 8:32 my time. It's 9, so it's gonna be 8 his time. So literally in about 30 minutes or so, about a half hour, the D.B.D. is gonna start up. Yeah, in about a half hour, we're gonna start the D.B.D. So if you guys feel inclined to do so, I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna reach out to him to make sure that we're still good, and then we'll get. Actually, he's in the back row right now. Oh, hold on. I'll talk to you guys right. I'll talk to you guys right now. He's in it. Yo, OG, what's good? He's probably still on his stream. Now that I'm thinking about it. Hold up. Let me go take a look at his stream. He's probably in there. Yeah, he's not live. He's not live. He must have just ended it. Oh, what's good, my guy?
Hey, what's poppin', bro?
Not much. I'm still on my stream. I was just letting everybody know that we about to be on the D.B.D. soon. So,
I mean, shit, nigga, you got the controls, bro. It just send redirect. I mean, if you already done with your show, if you want to go straight into it, we can.
Like I said, I just want to check on my girl real quick. Probably hit the bathroom and get some more drinks. So we go for the night. But I'm literally live right now with everybody right now, so that they're hearing us in the back room. So let me know, and if anything, we can just get this popping. I have no problem redirecting.
Yeah, I mean, shit, yeah, might as well just go ahead and redirect them to the hey, they have to sit there and wait a little bit, but yeah, man, we'll be popping on at 8 o'clock. Shit, go do your thing.
All right. So like I said, it's about a half hour, and then we'll be doing our thing. So if you guys haven't already, just hold up. Let me do this real quick because I did not think about this. D.B.D. Yeah, we're about to get started. We're both on vertical and on horizontal in case you guys want to pick your poison as to which one you think is best. But yeah, we're gonna move on from there. So outside of that, if you guys want to come see some D.B.D, it's literally less than 30 minutes, and then we'll see you then. So hopefully I will see you guys in a short time. Hopefully we have a really good stream for you guys. And of course, as always, if you're inclined to do so, D.B.D is always open panel. So feel free to actually show up. Feel free to show up. We're going to do the D.B.D. You already know it's open panel. We'll be dropping the links. We'll be pinning it to the top of the chat. Those who want to show up, you can actually do so. So then, until then, go get yourself a glass of water. Go get yourself something to drink. If you feel like you need to go rub one out with that Cheeto dust, go do that. Just go clean your keyboards because I know you guys going to talk in the chat as well. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Later, y'all.